Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our open studio. Yes, it is Saturday morning, and today is our open studio day, and there's a lot of people here. We got people of all races, all ethnicities, different sexes, of course, women and males, of course. We have a lot of guys here today. Wow.
We have animals, too.
We have animals?
Really?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Animals and monkeys.
I thought monkey was an animal.
Lions.
You said animals and monkeys. A monkey is an animal.
Well, I mean, like, mutated monkeys that have robot arms.
Aww.
What? You watch way too many weird movies, dude.
I do.
Anyways, as you can hear, we got our go-to guy with me, my co-host for today. We got Mr. Elmo Chop.
Arsenio.
And right next to her, of course, we have the lovely, the beautiful.
Her.
We only get to see her once a month now since the new season has started. But I'm glad she's here. We got Jenny.
You just called Elmo her, Brian.
What happened?
You just called Elmo her.
You called me her.
I said next to her, didn't I?
Yeah.
Too bad.
I guess I am a her now.
But you do have long hair.
I do.
Actually, your hair looks like mine kind of right now.
Can I see your hair?
No.
Okay.
Take
Unless
it
you
off.
pay me.
Take it off.
How much does it cost?
You naughty girl. Okay. Anyways.
I missed you anyways. I missed you,
Oh.
Jenny.
We missed you.
Okay.
We missed you.
Thank
all
you.
miss you. Everyone misses you.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
love
really?
Jenny.
That's
Jenny,
good
we
to hear.
love her.
What?
What?
Thank you.
I said we love her.
We're going to get more into today's topic, and we'll let you know exactly what today's topic is. After the first song, we got Ami with Cheerleader. All right, what a good song by Ami. Let's go Cheerleader. Right now, you guys are tuning in to What's Poppin' with your boy Brian, Ju, Elmo, Chung, and Ginny on TBS efm 101.3 in Seoul and its surrounding areas.
GFN 98.7 in Gwangju.
And 93.7 in Yeosu.
Yes, and of course, if you guys got a Twitter account, please follow us at TBS What's Poppin'.
Send us an email at efmpoppin@gmail.com if you have any questions or want to leave any messages.
And if interested in our playlist, come check our website at tbsefm.soul.kr/efm/what's poppin'.
Yes, and also check out TBS EFM digital magazine that features TBS EFM's highlight contents on audio and video. You can download it for free from iTunes Store or Google Play, and it's now also available on TapsIn application. We've got lots more coming your way, but before we move on with our open studio, a few words from our sponsors. Welcome back to our open studio.
You got the power.
I got the power. Well, actually, while the sponsors were going out, the song was going out, I wanted to change my tone, and I told Elmo, if you didn't notice earlier, before the sponsor went out, you say the way you say it. Speak the way you want to speak, like your radio tone.
Deep
My
voice.
radio tone?
Yes.
So should I say what I was saying before?
No.
I said...
Say something else. Say something cool. How about this? Announce today's theme and topic.
Ah.
Yes.
Hi there, everybody. Today's theme and topic is yellow dust.
That's not what you talked about. How you sounded earlier. You sounded really depressed earlier.
I don't know.
Deeper.
It was
It
deeper?
was lower.
Today's topic is yellow dust. Oh. Do you like it? Hate it? Despise it? Let us know.
Well, whether you like it or not, every year right before the early spring, we have an uninvited guest, yellow dust, or as they call it, Asian dust.
Asian
That's something
dust.
new. I didn't know that yellow dust was actually called Asian dust. Did you guys know that?
I didn't know
No.
that.
I did not know that. Yes. Now, many people with allergies or weak lungs find it very difficult to go through this time of year because of the yellow dust, of course. And of course, if you're weak to allergies, it's hard to breathe. And I feel like sometimes you feel like you're more congested.
Totally.
It feels like
Yes.
something's always in your nose, and it's like, oh no, I want to get out there, I want some fresh air, and it's hard to get fresh air because guess what? When you're outdoors, there's gonna be microdust, yellow dust, Asian dust everywhere.
Absolutely. I can totally feel it in my chest right now. Like it's just sitting in my chest saying, hey, can I come in your chest?
That's just called your body fat. Anyways,
Body fat? No, I
we
don't
do
think
hate
so.
yellow dust.
Yep.
But do you guys have any backgrounds on it? Like, do you know anything about it?
Well, the official name, like you said, is Asian dust, and it's also called as yellow sand or yellow wind as well.
Yellow sand.
Yellow sand. And they also come from drylands of Mongolia deserts, northern China, and Kazakhstan, where high-speed surface winds and intense dust storms kick up these dense clouds of fine, dry soil particles.
Oh.
These clouds, as you said, are carried towards Eastern Asian countries such as China, North and South Korea, and Japan by prevailing winds.
Okay.
That's some interesting stuff.
It is very
Don't you guys
interesting.
think so?
Well, as far as I know, they particularly affect wildlife in the worst ways as possible. And now they destroy crops, you know that, right?
Right.
Yes.
And their habitats and the toxic metals that come with the sandstorm interfere with reproduction as well.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. And also outdoor activities are regulated when they're drastically all over the place.
And like mentioned before, people who have allergies or in bad conditions like Elmo.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, people. Yeah, you might end up with a worse case of allergies or any other disease you might get from the dusts.
All right. So what kinds of allergies would we get or might get more severe of from yellow dust?
Well, there's a skin allergy for one, which I have. Like you get sort of itchy on your skin,
I get dry skin.
dry skin.
You get-
Yes. So I try to get like antibacterial lotion, if possible, if they do have it, because I want that antibacterial stuff to kill the yellow dust. Because they said there's like these metals in the yellow dust that's really bad for us.
Oh.
Right.
That's why I advise people, if you are planning on, now the spring is here, a lot of people want to get in shape, so they go outdoors to run. Not a good idea. If you're going to go running, make sure you know the percentage of the yellow dust in the air that day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or wear a mask, or if possible, go to a gym and run on a treadmill, because nowadays a lot of buildings in Korea have air cleaners and air
Right.
purifiers. But if you run outside, and I've done this from experience, I've actually coughed up blood before.
Wow.
Really?
Yes,
Blood?
last year I believe, from running outdoors a lot.
Wow.
Yes, and that's how bad these micro metals and dust is not good for us.
I thought they only happened in the movies or dramas.
No, it happens in real life. I know a lot of people like that, not just me. I know a friend who doesn't run, but they're always walking outside, and they're very, just, they don't want to wear masks. They're very stubborn about this. I don't want to wear masks, da-da-da. And then one day they said they woke up in the morning, in the middle of the night, coughing, ran to the bathroom, and there's a little bit of blood in their saliva.
That's
Yeah.
bad.
Not good. So try to stay out of the yellow dust if possible. And if you are outdoors, the yellow dust clings to your clothing.
Right.
So my thing is, like, if I was in the States or other countries with cleaner air, I wouldn't care so much. But I literally wash everything out once I wear it once. Because then,
Really? Every day?
And I don't go into the bedroom either. Like a lot of people, my friends back in the day would jump into my bed, because I'm a neat freak and they mess up my bed. Back in
get
the
all
day, I'd get
angry.
mad about the neat stuff, and now it's no, get out, because there's yellow dust on your clothes. I have to sleep there tonight. That's disgusting. It's kind of dirty if you think about it.
So there's a reason for your madness when it comes to the
Clean.
get out of my bed kind of thing.
Yes,
You know?
I'll be like, look, you got yellow dust. You better get that misemonji out of here. That's nasty.
Nasty.
Anyways, we're going to talk a little bit more about the yellow dust and how we can, fight against it, yellow dust. What actions we can do to prevent from getting sick from yellow dust. So do you guys have any suggestions?
What I did recently, because I never wore masks before.
Okay.
But somebody had introduced a mask to me, and I learned a lot about them. Like there's different percentages of the protectiveness of the mask. So that I saw in the pharmacy, there's like 95%, 80% or whatever, and that's the amount of blockage that it gives you. So
So you actually wear masks?
I wore it for a bit, but then I just found it was really hard to breathe.
That's the thing with me. A lot of people are like, oh, you should wear a mask today. The air's not good. But the thing that annoys me is the thought of drinking and breathing in my own breath and air. We're supposed to just breathe oxygen.
Right,
Right.
especially
But
when your
the
breath
human
smells.
body,
You didn't brush your teeth.
you got bad in them, say.
And sometimes, you know what? The masks actually make my eyes water.
Oh, because of the heat from the breathing, right? Yeah, same
I really
thing.
hate it.
And it's like, it feels like you're being suffocated. I
Yeah.
don't like that feeling.
Especially when you wear glasses. When you wear glasses,
Oh,
you
fogs
breathe and
up,
it
don't it?
fogs up, and you're like, "Hey, where am I going?"
Yeah. When you get on
Gotta
the
be
bus.
an easier solution. I hope somebody comes up with a cool mask where it's like, it's gonna be a little expensive, but you can put it on and you can breathe. But there's like an air conditioning button.
Yes.
So it's kind of keep your face cool.
We need to invent
And also,
that.
exactly. And then also, it's like a misting thing.
Yes.
So your skin tastes, or your
breath
skin
smells good.
Tastes, feels bad. I keep saying taste.
Uh-huh.
And then it
Feels
makes your
good.
breath smell minty at the same time.
Yes, man, we should make that.
How are we gonna make that?
I don't know. We gotta
make it,
find
patent
an
it.
engineer
Yes.
and make a prototype and then patent it and then put it
Make
out
some
to the
moolah,
world.
baby.
Make some money.
Young moolah, baby.
Money's funny.
Yeah.
Give me some of
Like
that
Lil
sweet
Wayne.
scratch.
Alrighty, then we're gonna ask the people here if they have any ways, some special ways to defeat yellow dust. You know, there's a lot of, old Oriental medicine and old stories that we heard about from our parents and older people, of course. So anybody here know or have heard about some way you can actually help yourself from yellow dust? Hi, can you introduce yourself?
안녕하세요. 저는 서울 사는 지인이라고 합니다.
네, 지인 씨. 그러면 지인 씨가 어렸을 때 들은 거 아니면 요새 하는 거 황사 때문에?
삼겹살 먹으라고 들었어요.
So Jian just said that in Korea, someone told her to eat 삼겹살.
Why is
Which is
that?
like the pork,
Tasty.
the greasy pork. 그 이유는 뭔데요, 근데?
그게 뭐 먼지 그런 거 제거해준다고 막 탄광 같은 데서 일하시는 분들도 그 일 끝나면 삼겹살 먹어서 이렇게 먼지 같은 거 기름기로 제거한다고 그렇게
So
들었어요.
the grease and the oils from the fat from the pork actually kind of get out the dust and the nastiness from your body and your system.
Really?
I don't see that working though. I feel like the grease will build up more in your system and then just clog more yellow dust in your system.
Yeah, I think so. But any excuse for me to eat samgyeopsal, I'll take it.
Me too. I'll take it too.
That's actually, I feel like that's a good excuse for anybody. Like,
Yeah.
야, 오늘 삼겹살 먹자. 그래서, 왜? 그래서, 황사 때문에. You know?
Oh, show.
Blame it
show.
on the yellow dust.
Yes,
Yes.
to
Eat it.
prevent yellow dust from building up in our systems, we gotta eat 삼겹살. That's some funny stuff. You know.
흑돼지 samgyeopsal for me.
돈 많다. You from Jeju-do?
Jeju Dizzle.
감사합니다. 그리고 또 다른 분, is there anyone else here have an idea or suggestion?
Oh.
We have a young, beautiful lady in a denim
She's
jacket
so
in the
pretty.
front. She's so
So
pretty.
pretty. And she got her hair did today. Look at her hair. It looks so nice.
And her fingernails.
And nails.
Yes.
She got her
Okay.
nails did.
Can you introduce yourself?
안녕하세요. 저는 대구에서 온 소영이라고 합니다.
All right, that's Soyoung from Daegu.
Hi.
All right, so any suggestions how you can prevent or to help from yellow dust? Like any special ways of your own?
사실 저도 삼겹살을 생각했는데요.
Oh.
She stole your answer.
근데 생각을 해보니까 그 평소에 건강 관리를 잘 하면 황사 때문에 병이 덜 걸릴 것 같아요. 그래서
네, 이번에 또 괜히 물어봤네요.
So she says you have to keep
She
healthy.
just said that as long as, on the regular, you're taking good care of yourself, you're healthy, then you're going to have less percentage of getting sick from yellow dust. But that's like saying to somebody like, if you work out and build six-pack, if you stab with a knife won't go into your stomach.
And you won't die.
You won't die.
It's like a
그런 말 맞죠? 그런 말이랑 비교했을 때 맞죠? 노노노라고요?
yeah.
So
그러니까
if you're healthy, it doesn't affect you as much. So
그런 말이죠.
I guess there's
건강을 챙기라.
some truth in it.
Okay, I mean, I can see that happening. I can see if you're unhealthy and you're
그리고-
always around yellow dust, it's obvious you're prone to being sicker.
right.
But if you're healthy,
Uh-huh.
you have a chance to actually fight. Your immune system can fight the yellow
Right.
dust and the
Right.
bad stuff in the yellow dust. Okay, so that does make sense.
That makes sense.
우리 소영 씨 감사합니다.
Thank you.
대구. Alrighty, what about you guys? Anything you guys do?
Well, for me, actually, I don't really like to drink water that much. But
Really?
No.
So healthy for you.
What do you drink then?
I don't drink really anything. I don't
She
like
drinks
coffee.
champagne.
No.
I'm very rich in posh. I drink champagne
Every
in the
time
morning.
Ryan tries to mimic some,
And whenever I
people-
mimic her, I make her British.
yeah, but I don't know why.
Well, you do have a
Hello,
British
I'm
vibe
Julie.
to you.
Right today, you
Really?
look like
Yes.
you belong
Thank
like
you.
in
I think it's a really
a
good
B brand. I
compliment.
can't say the name of the clothing, but the
No.
B brand. David Beckham wears a lot of it.
Right.
You look like you should be in that commercial with his
Oh,
son.
really?
Yes.
Maybe we should be in that commercial together.
Oh, if they pay
Like
me a
three
lot,
of
let's
us.
do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
I need
Well,
less
anyways, but I make sure to drink at least 2 cups of tea a day.
Okay.
When there is yellow dust.
See, and
So it's
she
really
drinks
hard for
tea. The
Tea,
British theme goes
British
on.
tea.
Hello, I want tea and scones. A British scone. What about you, Elmo? What do you do?
What do I do?
You just
I
said
just close
wearing
my windows.
masks.
I
Right.
close my windows and I wear a mask sometimes. I don't know, like, I just don't know what to do now. I've tried
Don't
a
cry.
lot of different things.
You sound like you're gonna cry. I don't know what to do anymore.
Elmo
You know
seems
why?
really tired today.
Because I have bium, I have sinuses, and I'm allergic to pollen, and I'm allergic to yellow dust.
Don't
I'm
ask him,
very,
okay?
very sensitive
He
to
is
all
really-
this stuff.
I know he said Pyeong, right? But at first I thought he said I'm Pyeong. I was like, oh, your blood type?
I am bium.
You are?
I'm
B-
bium.
I am too. What's
Look,
yours?
he's Pyeong and Pyeong. Oh, double B.
Double B.
Oh, Brian. And you start with a B, Brian.
I'm B.
You're. Oh, no. Brian.
Anyways, it's time to wrap up the first half of our show. We had some good advice from all the people in our studio today. I just wanted to make that connection. We're all B's. And I'm Brian B. And I work for TBS.
Holy smokes.
Ooh.
What is that?
The sound that B makes. You know, B, buh.
Boop, boop, boop.
So,
Kisses?
our
Can you do me a favor? Can you hit him?
Yeah.
Our chant could be.
Can I just?
Buh, 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 buh. Buh, buh, buh.
I can't make
Okay.
that connection. Sorry.
Sorry,
Elmo, sorry.
you guys
I'm
want
so
me to
sorry.
leave? I'll leave.
Yeah, leave.
All right.
Please leave. With that said, we're going to wrap up the first half of our show with a great song by Corey Hart. The song is called Baby When I Call Your Name. Welcome back, y'all, to the second part of What's Poppin'. We got me, Bijou, Elmo Chung, and Ginny in the studio. And you guys are tuning into EFM, TBS EFM 101.3. And, of course, today is our open studio day. It is Saturday morning. All you listeners out there in hungover land, because I'm pretty sure you guys are hungover in your bedrooms right now, listening right now. We got lots more coming your way. We are talking about the spring. So we're going to talk about yellow dust. We did that. And then in the second half, we have a different topic. So if you want to find out, you got to stay tuned. But for now, a word from our sponsors. Welcome back to the second half of our open studio. Yes, that is what is happening up in the studio right now. We're having a grand old time.
Grand old time.
Now, in the first half, we talked about yellow dust and how we can prevent from getting sick from
We
it.
did do that.
Yes, we gave our opinions and what our know-hows, I guess. Now, in the second half, we're going to talk about spring fever.
Ooh.
Y'all know what
Spring
spring fever is,
fever.
right?
Yeah. You feel sleepy.
Yeah, it's when, you know, when the spring starts and you start having that feeling like, oh, I want a girlfriend, I want a boyfriend. Is that what it is?
That's 봄 타는 거.
Oh,
that's
sorry.
not a fever. What's wrong with you?
He's having a spring fever right now.
I have spring
Anyways,
fever right now.
You have more like a weird fever.
I'm weird fever.
Yeah, someone
Totally.
called it Elmo disease.
Oh.
Elmo disease.
Yeah, the
Elmo 병.
Elmo병.
Elmo병. Good for you.
Elmo병.
I actually had too much coffee. You know,
Too
I'm
much
on my
coffee.
second cup, so.
Too much coffee can do it for you.
Yes.
Well, since we're talking about spring fever, I want to go over some of the symptoms.
Okay.
A lot of people probably don't know about. Number 1 is feeling weary. Number 2 is irritability. Number 3 is headaches. Number 4 is sensitivity to changes in the weather. And number 5, dizziness. Now, have you guys felt any of this when the
Of
spring
course.
comes around?
Yeah. Number 1, feeling weary.
You feel weary? Why?
I don't know, just tired, sleepy. I think it has something to do with the season change.
Okay. Now, is it always during like the springtime?
Not always, I think. Sometimes also in autumn.
Okay, that's the thing with me. Like, I feel like I call it the autumn fever for me because these symptoms are what I get when it starts getting colder outside.
Right.
So
Yes.
you get more sensitive.
I feel that
You know it.
the irritability and headaches in the winter.
In the winter.
I do. But
Not in the
That's
summer.
called the Elmo병.
yeah, it's the Elmo
Oh,
병.
is it? So broad.
Yes.
Definition.
But in spring fever, I probably feel the one that I feel the most is dizziness sometimes.
Dizziness.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as people know, and they probably figured out, spring fever, along with Asian dust, is something that we can't easily overcome. It's easier said than done, of course. Now, spring fever is a term applied to several sets of physical and psychological symptoms associated with the arrival of spring. Now, the 5 symptoms I mentioned earlier, of course, and the causes of spring fever haven't really been fully resolved yet. However, hormones are thought to be the main reason for the phenomena.
I think there might be more symptoms of spring fever than you mentioned.
Yes,
For
a lot
example,
more.
Yeah. For example, I once heard from somewhere that increase in your appetite can be also a symptom of spring fever.
Hence why I feel chubby, and that's why you said to me, he goes, Brian, you look larger today.
Yeah,
You
but
look
I
fat
didn't mean
today.
it in a fat way.
Right? He said that.
fat.
That's what he wanted.
I didn't mean it in a fat way. I meant it in like you got bigger. Like, oh, you've been lifting more weights or something.
But I
Bigger
haven't.
muscles.
That's the thing. So it's like you go up to a girl, she's been running her whole life, she's trying to get skinny. You're like, oh, 살이 좀 붙었네. That's when you're like, 뭐라고? You like, beat them up.
But you know,
Did I
Brian,
hurt your feelings with that?
I don't think so.
sorry,
Not that
man.
much. Boys don't like it that much, like as in girls, do they? When they
Nobody
hear-
wants to hear that you got bigger. Okay, for me, if I know I'm aiming to get larger, to build muscle, and someone says, you look bigger, I'm like, yes, I'm succeeding.
Right.
But I haven't done anything. So for me to get bigger, that means I'm getting fat. And I have to admit, I've been eating a little bit on the junkier side, not the healthiest foods. Because like the spring fever, like it says, one of the symptoms is you crave more food.
Right.
Just like in the winter, too. I eat a lot in the wintertime, but for some reason that weather change, right when it turns spring, I don't know if it's like a happier thing because, we get to go outside more, but I just crave bad food during the spring.
Sweet things?
Sweet, greasy, high
I've
carb.
been craving that grease. I'm into the grease right now.
You need that samgyeopsal.
Hamburgers, samgyeopsals, Mexican foods.
Oh, I
that
love Mexican food. I love me some tacos and
Tacos.
burritos. Yes, very
Tacos.
good. And guacamole.
Guacamole.
But like you said, we did talk about getting more hungry during the spring fever, of course. And it can be one good symptom, I think. One good symptom I'm talking about is feeling weary and sensitive sometimes. That actually causes you to get hungry sometimes. You ever notice, I'm going to say this honestly, sometimes I can't fall asleep. So what I do is I take like a sleeping, I guess,
Pill?
enhancement pill, and it like a melatonin pill sometimes.
Yes.
And once you get drowsy, I don't realize it, but I get hungry when I'm drowsy.
You get hungry.
And that's when I call the 24-hour hotline for all these food places. That's what I hate about Korea, in my opinion. Too many 24-hour places you can call.
It's
I'd
too
be like,
available.
자야 돼.
Right.
이겨내야 돼. 네, 여보세요? 짬뽕이요. 네.
Right.
Or, 네, 여보세요? 네. They don't, and the sad thing is they know my house. Like, 네, 700성 맞죠? Like, 어떻게 하셨어?
They recognize your voice.
I'm like,
Probably.
maybe now when I'm half asleep, I order and I don't even know I'm ordering it now.
After
Yes.
you eat the food, do you feel like it's easier to fall asleep or it's harder to fall asleep?
Harder, I guess.
Now I fall asleep right away.
Really?
That's the bad thing, because when you eat and sleep, then your face gets all puffy.
Right.
You feel heavier in the morning.
Your
feel
eyes
bloated.
swollen.
Exactly. I ain't gonna lie, I ate something last night. That's what I'm gonna say. I ate something.
And I think when you're... Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
And when you're homesick, I think you get more hungry.
When you're homesick?
Yeah.
Are you homesick right now?
I'm not homesick right now, but when
You
I
live
was
in Korea.
living... Yeah,
I'm
but when I
homesick.
was in Germany for several months studying, I was really homesick and I craved for really sweet things. And I felt hungry all the
chocolate?
time. Yeah.
Chocolate?
Yeah, chocolate.
What about you? Do you
Feel homesick?
get hungry when you get homesick? Or, yeah.
To be honest with you, it wasn't that long ago that I came back from my vacation, but I still feel homesick right now.
The Cancun vacation?
I don't know what it is, but after I got back, I'm just like, man, I had such a good time.
You know what
and
it is,
I
right?
miss my fam, and
It's because you don't have love in your life. And I don't mean a girlfriend. I meant you need to feel genuinely accepted. And I feel the same way. Like, now I feel like home is wherever I create my space.
So you don't ever feel homesick to go back to the States?
Now I don't.
Never?
Oh.
Like, I don't feel homesick, but sometimes I crave things from America. But I wouldn't quite say that's homesick. Homesick to me is more like what Ginny's saying. You want to be home with your parents, your old bed, your old bedroom. I don't have that anymore. I kind of just crave some of the foods in my neighborhood from way back when.
Yep.
Or some of our friends and, that atmosphere. But I don't really get homesick anymore.
Wow, I never thought you could grow out of those things, I thought homesick is something that you always
I don't get homesick. I'm actually happy I'm not in Jersey right now. Like,
Really?
in that area. Because of course there's a lot of problems happening in America right now.
Right.
So, I mean, with that also, I just don't get homesick.
So that means-
I guess also because I'm busy all the time.
Yeah.
When you're occupied and you're doing things, you don't have time to think about being homesick.
And you probably consider Korea your home more than Jersey at some
But now it is.
certain times.
Now my
right?
Jersey home, I feel like that's my parents' home.
Right.
I go visit them, and the house I live here is my home because I worked my butt off to get it. Of course, a lot of money, a lot of years of working hard for it. Alrighty, with that said, I'm going to ask some people in the studio as well. Like, what are some things that you guys feel during the spring? Like, not 가을, 봄. I almost said 가을. I was like, shoot, it's getting warm outside.
You're kind of like the 가을 남자, I think.
I love 가을, man.
Right.
You know?
네.
Especially when it's like summer to 가을 or autumn, right when it turns the weather from warm to cold. Not cold, freezing cold, but and then you get to wear long sleeve shirts and sweatpants. And
Yes.
you see the leaves changing color.
And the air is so kind of fresh and
it's so
시원해.
맑아.
맑아.
Clear sky.
That's my nickname right here.
맑아?
맑아주.
맑아지?
Not Brian Ju, 맑아주.
Sounds funny.
Anyways. Anybody else here in the studio have any, symptoms that we might have forgotten? Oh, we got a young lady in the back?
Yes.
Beautiful young lady.
She gonna do it.
What?
She gonna do it.
What song is that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I
just made it
You
up.
both sang the same melody and verse. I was thinking, oh, y'all know the song. Maybe it's a new K-pop song I don't know about.
Hello, my name is Jun Chong.
Okay.
I'm from Seoul,
Oh, awesome.
and I get really drowsy. And I feel like I have to do something, start something new. So I've decided to follow that instinct. And I'm going to learn dancing,
Wow,
Dancing.
Dancing.
What kind of
That's
dance?
actually good.
K-pop dance.
K-pop
dance.
dancing.
Maybe you should learn from Brian. You're a good dancer. I
So-
saw
But
you.
I haven't done dancing in a long time.
Have you started yet?
No, I'm going to start in May.
In May.
Yes.
Oh.
I was gonna ask her to bust out some moves.
Right here in front of everybody.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't see it.
Wow.
Well,
This is like a
We
pointer
can see
radio maybe, but we don't have cameras up in here.
At least we can see it.
we can see it. For me. For you. And for us.
I see what you want to do. Anyways. I think that's a great idea because I noticed too, my friend actually complains to me all the time. I get to see him like once a week. He's a baseball player here from the States.
Oh.
And every time we hang out, he just goes, "You're the worst friend to hang out with." I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "You just fall asleep on me." Like literally, I'll be in the car at a red light. We're driving. Like, "So Phil, what do you want to do?" And he gets quiet and he's like, "Dude, you alright?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm tired, dude." He goes, "Dude, you can just go home if you want." I was like, "No. You came all the way from Suwon to hang out with me. So let's do something." He goes, "Let's go to a movie." And I'm like, no, I'll fall asleep." So I guess that's me going through my spring fever. I get drowsy as well.
Right.
So finding a new hobby where you can keep moving and keeping yourself
Right.
active, I think is a very important
Especially
thing.
something like dancing. It's a very active activity.
But you know what's gonna happen afterwards, right?
What's up?
She's gonna be like, "Oh, 춤췄어. I just danced." You gonna fall asleep because you're tired anyway.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Wow.
Thank you very much. I can't even speak right now. I've been in Korea too long time. This is
You're
what
the
happened
host.
in the home time for me. I turned Korean.
No, but you can't because you're supposed to be the host.
Korean fever.
Korean fever.
Fever.
Okay, anybody else? Yes? Hey, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Hyuna from Seoul.
Hyuna from Seoul.
Actually, if there was anyone have a special answer because I have the same problem with her. I feel like I'm always sleepy these days. So nothing special, but
Now, do you think it's because of the spring, or are you just like me? Are you a very active person throughout the day? Are you always working?
actually I used to go work every day, but this day they gave me a free time, so I go to work only 2 days a week. So I have many free time.
Lucky you.
Yeah, but I have to work anyway in any place.
During your free
Yeah.
time, too.
But the problem because I have power to go anywhere. I mean, I can work at cafe or a house. That makes me feel very lazy. I mean,
You know what they say? I heard research shows that if you take power naps throughout the day, it can help with the drowsiness and being tired.
Yeah.
So even if you're tired, if you're able to, I can't when I'm driving, but if you're at a cafe, of course in a cafe it'll look funny if you're like sleeping on the chair. 저기 손님, 저기요 파워냅 타임이에요. 건들지 마. 10분 후에 깨워줘. You know, could you imagine?
Yeah.
You can't do that, but if you have a chance to, apparently it's going to help you. It's actually more helpful than drinking coffee too.
Right.
Yes.
And I heard that, I think I saw it in the news article, that if you sleep like 30 minutes, take a nap for 30 minutes, it equals 2 to 3 hours of sleep at night. So it's healthier for you.
What an
Girl,
interesting fact.
you just
You
taught me
never heard
something
about
new.
that?
I need to do it.
Yeah, you need to do your
gotta
power
do
naps. They're
it.
really good.
I'm gonna do it.
I like taking power naps on the subway while I'm going somewhere,
Subway.
but it's the worst when there's no seats. And you're
You
like,
can't
man.
sleep.
But it's also funny, like, I don't go on the subway here in Korea, but I mean, I've seen pictures and videos on the train of people taking power naps and other people just filming them. You're like, your mouth's wide open.
You got drool coming out
you
of
got
your
drool come out your mouth. You know, you might feel refreshed afterwards, but you won't be refreshed when you see your picture online.
No.
You're like, why did I get on there? That was you sleeping on the train.
I got.
got.
Somebody got me.
Got. All right, well, we're having some good answers today. Thank you, Hyuna from Seoul, for your answer. And we had a great time. But right now, we need to listen to a song. Of course, we got to keep this spring fever from entering our systems. And we have a perfect song for that. It's a throwback song. We got Culture Club, and the song is called Do You Really Want to Hurt Me? That was a Culture Club with Do You Really Want to Hurt Me?
Throwback track.
Very throwbackish for me, of course. You know, Boy George was in the group, of course, and he danced a little bit.
That's who it was, yeah.
Yes. But you know
Culture
who
Club.
kind of reminds me of Boy George now?
Who?
Sam Smith. Sam Smith looks like him.
Minus the long hair.
Minus the long hair.
Minus the long hair.
Sorry, Sam Smith, you're tuning in right now. You're probably like, I don't look like him. I look like Sam Smith.
I am me.
So won't you stay with me? That's my Sam Smith impersonation. I'm crazy. I'm so crazy.
Loving
Are.
All right, y'all. We know that we're talking about the spring, and of course, we talked about the yellow dust in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
Then spring fever. Now says spring season. The spring fever. Now, what are some ways we can get over spring fever?
I would really like to know this because I want to get over the spring fever. Mm-hmm. And I don't want this to last any longer. And I'm sure anybody that's going through that feels the same as me.
Well, I have a suggestion for you.
What's that?
Now, I've talked about this in my prior shows, but one of the things that actually helps with spring fever is to have a proper sleeping pattern.
Aha.
A lot of people are like, okay, it's nice out. Let's try and spend as much time as I can awake. Because what happens when the spring comes around and summer comes around, we get more daylight.
Right.
Yeah.
So then your body's like, oh, let's stay up more and hang out more and party more, whatever, whatnot. But in actuality, what we need to do is try to force ourselves to get into bed earlier, focus on proper rest and sleep.
Yep.
Get up early, have a hearty breakfast, and just have a good sleeping pattern. And
Right.
throughout the day, you'll feel better. But a lot of people are like, nope, I don't want to go to bed. And I do that sometimes. I procrastinate with the sleep. I'm like, no, I don't need sleep. I just want to... and then I'll fall asleep doing things that you shouldn't be falling asleep on.
Right.
In the daytime.
When I go to bed
During the
early,
day.
when I have that mentality and I do end up in bed early, one thing that gets me is YouTube videos. I
See,
bring the
that's the
phone in
thing.
there and I
Oh,
start watching one video
speaking of
leads to the
YouTube
next
videos.
video to the next video, and I'm like, man,
It's not the
3
videos,
a.m.
though. You know, it's not the
It's
videos
the
keeping you
phone,
up.
the
What's up?
smartphone.
What is
It's
it?
what's it called? The blue light? You ever heard? Anyone heard about that?
No.
So my friend teaching me. We had a lunch meeting one time, and he's like, "I heard that you have trouble sleeping." I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Maybe you need to cut the blue light out of your system." I'm like, "What's the blue light?" So apparently, smartphones,
Yes.
computer monitors, TVs all have this blue light thing. So unless it's completely off, it's going to affect you. And you don't realize it when you're looking at your monitor. There's a natural blue light, and they have this
So what does
I
the blue
guess
light do? It keeps you
It
awake.
keeps you awake because what it tells your brain that it's still morning and it's daytime, like
Oh my
natural
goodness.
sunlight. So what you need to do, there's apps now on the phones, and I downloaded it from my computer. I think it's called something. It's like a blue light blocking app.
Really?
What happens if you actually turn on your monitor kind of turns kind of orange. And then
Oh.
what that does is helps your brain think it's nighttime now. They have it for the phone too. It dims your thing, but not just dim the light, but the color changes. It's the coloring, the natural blue light in the phones. They said you're on your smartphones in bed or your tablets, whatever. That's keeping you up. So if you cut the blue light out, it'll help you.
You just figured out why I can't sleep. I didn't know that.
You're genius.
I've been watching these YouTube videos
You're gonna
all
say,
night.
I know my English name is Brian, but guess what my Korean name is?
What is it?
Chanje. Because I know everything.
Chun
You know
genius.
Ju
Chun
Chun
genius.
Chun genius in the house.
I like that.
Chun genius.
New rapper, Chun Genius. That's a cool name. Thank you.
I
You're
made
Chun
it.
Genius too.
I am a name Chun
Yes.
genius. And yeah.
Make me a Chun genius too.
Okay, make her a Chun Genius name.
Make me, please.
I'm Chun Genius B. You're Chun Genius E.
You're Chun genius J.
J.
Jay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And
I
our
don't
group
quite
name is
like
Chun
that, but-
Geniuses.
Okay.
Okay, you just ruined everything. We're going smooth.
Ruined
We
the
sounded
vibe.
great. And she's laughing her butt off right now. She's like looking at her like, oh, everyone no 미쳤어.
Did I mention I love your hair? And the nails. Oh my gosh.
Nails I
Beautiful.
mentioned.
She's one of my psycho fans.
Oh my.
Crazy.
She's like, no, not me.
Well, I had a great time today. We talked about the spring fever, yellow dust, and how we can prevent from getting sick and, the symptoms of spring fever and how we can fight against it. And if you guys know any other ways, all you guys listening in right now, let us know. Email us. You can tweet us. You can kakao us, whatever it is you prefer. and find out so we can actually share all this news with other people throughout the month. Yes, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us need some good advice as well so we can fight against the spring fever. And with that said, it is time to wrap up our show for today. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. I want to thank Elmo. I want to thank my girl Jenny. Y'all did great as well. And it's sad because we only see Jenny once a month now.
Oh,
Right. Are you
Yes.
really sad?
Anyways,
Okay. Figures.
actually, I'll be honest. I'm too tired now. I don't have any emotion. I'm just too tired.
Okay.
Like when I see Elmo too, he's always like, "Hey B," I'm like, "Hi." Who are you? You know, I'm
You're
just too tired.
You're tired.
no, but I know when you see me, you love to see me.
Really?
All right, with that said, we got the last song for you. And the last song is by the group the B-52s. Haven't heard this song in a long time either. The song is called Tell It Like It Is. And on behalf of TBS EFM's What's Poppin', this is Brian Jew.
Ginny.
And Elmo.
And we're signing off, y'all.
Peace.